Speak up, I'm hearing speak up. Is this loud enough? Pump those levels I'm hearing. How's that? Is that better? Let me know if you can hear that crisp, sweet sound of John's voice. Aid in Wood, A Motion Design. Noxie, I know what's going on. Oh wait, here, maybe that's better. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Oh, that might be too loud. Hello? Getting background noise. How we sounding? Better. There we go. You're good now. Loud and clear. I'm not cake. Okay. It wouldn't be a jog stream without some microphone problems at the beginning. Am I right, folks? Yeah. How we doing otherwise, now that we can hear? It's another beautiful night or day, depending on your time zone. We're hanging out. We're social distancing. As you can see by my... What's up? E is for evil. Thanks for the follow. As you can see, we are taking calls. Betsy, Bets with the 14-month resub. What up? Thanks for that, Betsy. Good to see you. We are taking calls, obviously, due to the global pandemic. We are no longer able to have people come up the mountain, which honestly has saved a lot of broken legs and people falling off the cliff. So, you know, it's sort of a trade-off. Obviously, it's nice to sort of have people really come up here. I feel like I get a better sense of their vibe and whether or not we want to grant their wish, if they can be sort of face-to-face or face-to-cliff face with me. But to be honest, you know, I want to make sure that everybody is safe, and it seems like we may be killing two birds with one stone in that regard by making it so that you no longer have to climb what is an extremely treacherous trail up to the top of my mountain, and also, you know, the whole social distance thing. So it's good, it's good. I'm not Cake says, I broke my leg logging into tonight's stream. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for me, that is not a liability of mine. Although I do wish you a speedy recovery. We have had a lot of problems. Go Dog!
Yes.
Go Dogs with the 100 bits. Thank you, Go Dogs. You're too kind. How'd I get that headset on? Honestly, it was brought here by someone from Everything Now Corporation. They fitted me, because it's a custom. Obviously, you know, I have a pretty big noggin, not really standard size, so I had to have a bespoke headset created for my massive cranium, and for that reason, obviously I don't have hands, so someone was nice enough to come here and install this into my head, and it's working pretty good. I'm still getting the hang of it. It's totally wireless, so answering the call I kind of have to just concentrate really hard, because obviously I can't press a button or, you know, say, hey Siri, answer my phone or whatever. It doesn't work that way. Why didn't you wish for a body, Jonks? Yeah, it's pretty, the rules about whether I can grant wishes for myself are pretty, it's sort of a gray area, but it seems like somebody would have to wish for me. It's kind of like genie rules, where like you can't wish yourself out of the bottle. Well, you can't, you know, if somebody wishes for me to have a body, you know, maybe then I could, but usually people want something for themselves, like, you know, world peace or, you know, ending world hunger or whatever, or a new car. Nobody ever think of jonks. But it's a new night. We've got some callers scheduled, or not scheduled so much as in a bank, getting ready to have their chance to meet me, the mighty jonks. Toucan Mech says, I'm here, and welcome, you're just in time. I think we have a caller coming in just in a second, I think. Hold on one moment. Yeah, I can hear, can you hear that ringing? Let me answer this. Hello?
Hey, Jonks.
Hi, yes. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Chris from Everything Now.
Oh, Chris from Everything Now. How's it going?
I've had better days. How's it going with you?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, do I say I'm doing bad because there's a global pandemic happening, and it's like, or do I say, like, relatively speaking,
Yeah.
given the circumstances, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to say. I was sort of just doing it as a formality.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, but let's get real for a sec. How you really doing, man?
I mean, if it's cool, Jonks, I kind of would like to just keep it light.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I need to request a wish. I feel bad now. I don't want to be mean to you. I like you a lot. Like, Jake has a lot of characters, but you're definitely a top 5 Jake character to me, man. I don't want to think.
That's to be honest, it didn't seem like you were coming off mean or anything.
Okay,
I don't know.
I just don't want you to think that I'm...
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. So I have a wish request, man. I need a sick note for today. Because I got food poisoning, I think.
You're saying you don't feel like you're well enough to perform in tonight's show?
No. I've been shitting for like 2 days.
Like 2 days straight? For
Yeah.
Complete just the whole time shitting?
Just shitting a lot for 2 days. I think I had a bad banh mi.
Where'd you get it?
Just this place in Koreatown. I've been there before, and it usually doesn't give me food poisoning, but, well...
What kind was it? I actually had a banh mi not that long ago from a spot in Koreatown. Someone brought it here.
I got a pork, and then I got a beef.
I had the spicy pork one. It was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was good at the time.
It didn't have like a funk to it where you're like, this might make me sick?
No.
Damn, that's the worst.
Yeah.
It feels like a betrayal in a way.
Yeah. Anyway, Alex, I don't know how much you know about Alex when he's not in character, but he really gets pissed if you're not around.
Oh yeah, I've heard that he sort of runs a tight ship.
Yeah, so I tried to tell him that I'm not feeling well and my tummy hurts, and he said, and by the way, I'm COVID free. I got my test results back like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
Like an hour and a half. They just texted me I'm COVID free, so it's all good.
Oh, nice.
And I told Alex, like, hey, we should do the show distanced for this weekend because my tummy hurts and maybe it's probably not COVID, but we should be safe. And he said, yeah, right, Chris. Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
You always have a tummy ache, huh? It's always your tummy. And I do have, my tummy hurts a little bit sometimes, but not all the time. And he said if I can get a doctor's note, he would let me stay home.
Got it. Okay. Well, I of course, I'm not a doctor, but I could grant a wish.
Could you grant a wish where I get a doctor's note?
Yes, I could. I could definitely. I mean, obviously, I would have to consult the council, but I mean, most of the council knows you pretty well. I feel like they would understand.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could just tell them a little bit more about just like how you're feeling, and get them to sympathize with you. I don't know if everybody knows how tight of a ship Alex runs things.
Well, Alex, I don't like saying hit because I think hit implies like punch.
Sure.
But he'll kind of like give me a slap in the back of the head sometimes if I'm not focusing. And it's true, I'm not focusing, so maybe I do need to focus more. But
is it like how like a football coach would like smack your ass after like a good hit, or
no?
is it
It's like how a football coach would slap a player with a helmet on and be like, "Hey man, your head's not in the game," and then whack him in the helmet a bit and go, "Get out there." But I don't have a helmet. And so he's just whacking me in the head, and he's saying, "You need to do better, Chris." And so that's sort of just a taste of what Alex is like, and then I've been shitting for like 2 days, just shitting a lot the whole time.
That does sound rough. I have some comments here coming in from our council that I want to share with you just to get your perspective. Kevin MTM is saying, "This is what I never understood. How can someone go and get a doctor's note when they are bedridden sick? And oftentimes you just can't bed rest oftentimes you just need bed rest and you don't go to a doctor, you just get better. I hate it when people ask for doctor's notes in those circumstances." And how do you feel about that, Chris?
I agree. I think it's really frustrating because, like, right now my tummy hurts. I had to drive to Dodger Stadium to get a COVID test, and the whole time I was thinking, I'm going to shit. And it wasn't fair. I should have been at home so I could go. I got to go to the toilet now.
Toucan Mech is suggesting that maybe you should try taking Adderall. Have you tried that?
For my stomach? Or to make Alex like me more?
I don't know. I've never taken it, but this is a suggestion from Toucan Mech. But I guess it seems like from what I know about Adderall, it might make more sense for the Alex thing.
Yeah, maybe I could focus.
EverythingNowShow is saying both, which is an interesting take.
Okay, yeah, because Alex is always saying I don't focus.
Noxiana is bringing up an interesting point, and I don't want to put this on you because, it's totally your call to wish for whatever you want, but it is interesting that nobody ever wishes for the pandemic to end. And,
Yeah.
And do you want to maybe consider that? I mean, I know that the doctor's note thing, but like worldwide pandemic, millions of dead people around the world.
Yeah, so I don't have COVID, so I would still be shitting even if I wished for that.
That's true.
So I'm just going to wish for the doctor's note that would let me get out of the show so I could rest adequately.
Motion Design is suggesting that maybe there are some corks that you could use to stop the pooping.
I mean, I could like seek that out, but my first thought is let me wish for, rather than buy corks, let me wish for a doctor's note from JONKS.
You could potentially wish for corks, or if you wanted to sort of skip the middleman, you could potentially also wish to not be shitting still.
I mean, yeah, I could use the night off though, if I'm being honest. I'm just like mentally exhausted from basically all the fluids in my body getting flushed out in a 2-day period and having to completely replace them with new fluids.
Yeah, non-shit fluids, you mean?
Yeah, and I was just sweating a lot too.
Yeah. It's all coming out, not going in, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I had to drink Pedialyte and all that stuff.
Go Dogs is suggesting maybe you try Imodium, and I'm assuming he's a doctor.
Oh, Imodium is actually a good idea. I think I even have some around the house. Yeah, Imodium's good. Could I get that doctor's note though?
Yeah,
these are all good ideas. I just need this doctor's note.
All right, yeah, that sounds. We can. Let me see if I can get some feedback from the council on whether or not we want to push through that vote for the doctor's note. I just gotta get a poll going. But in the meantime, chat, if you have any other suggestions, please don't be afraid to share them. It seems like we've got a lot of medical professionals in the chat this evening, so your feedback is definitely encouraged.
Oh, I could wish for Alex to be less of a dick. That's an interesting option. I don't know, though. I think part of being good as an artist is being a very bad person. And it's just sort of in my experience that the more talented someone is as an artist, the more sort of just detestable they will be in the day-to-day of their life, and especially to people who have less power than them. So I worry that if I made Alex nicer, he would lose, when he does those like girl voices and stuff.
Sure, I can understand. That checks out to me, yeah. Well, it does seem like the council is sympathetic to your cause. We're getting a lot of votes for yes to grant the wish. User, council member ASAP Crash 69 is saying, give Chris a self-care day. He deserves it.
Thank you, guys.
And that's very sweet of him.
Thank you so much. And I'm trying to become more, I'm trying to be more accepting of like that I deserve things. I'm also trying to become more open to help. That's something I've been working on a little bit more, is like when people offer help, saying yes, as opposed to feeling like I need to say no to like not be a burden. So I think this is important, and I'll talk about it with Alex one day maybe, but I think just it's important for me to at least have this day where I'm like taking care of, like being nice to me and not just being nice to someone else.
Sure, it sounds like this potentially could be an important step not only in your physical health but also maybe your mental health as well.
Yeah, I think that's true.
A real opportunity for growth.
Yeah, and it's about. It's about growing, right?
It's all about growing. I mean, I can't grow because I'm made of stone, but my leaves sometimes grow. And I'm all-knowing, so my mental is pretty much, it's kind of like set where it's at. But yeah. I can sympathize. I may not empathize, but I feel you, bro.
Okay.
In the way that I can as a giant stone head attached to a mountain.
I appreciate that, JONKS. Hey, JONKS, can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
If we have time while we're waiting.
Sure.
Do you get jealous of, like, Oleg and, like, the bartender from Barley's Bar and, like, one of the Alex Trebeks and, like, just, like, Glorby, the alien, Jake's characters, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really, I don't know, I haven't thought about it. I guess I feel like I get an equal amount of love, if not more than those, not to shit on those guys. They're great. They're good Good characters, solid characters, but I feel like I have kind of secured this place as sort of like a cornerstone now that I don't want, this sounds like an ego thing.
Do you get cornered because you're made of stone?
Okay, and that's good stuff.
Maybe that really sort of solidifies that you are the cornerstone, since you are the stone in the corner, right?
Wow, and I hadn't thought about it but that's really true in a way, and I'm honestly going to take that with me. And I also want to let you know, Chris, that we did vote, and I will be granting you a doctor's note to get out of tonight's show.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you patch Alex in?
You want to patch Alex in right now?
Yeah, so I can present him with this doctor's note?
Maybe I have that technology.
I don't have another wish for you to have that technology, but I don't know, if you have the technology.
Give me a second, and let me concentrate really hard here and see if I can pull that off. Yep, I'm thinking hard.
And there's some questions in the chat here. There's Jonks. They're asking, do you shit ever, and do you empathize with Chris at all?
Well, I'd love to answer those, but I think I've got Alex. Alex, are you on the line?
What? Hello?
Can you talk on my behalf, Jonks?
Yeah,
Hello?
Chris would like me to talk on his behalf.
I'm scared.
He's scared.
What the
No,
fuck
don't
is
tell him
happening?
I'm scared.
I wasn't supposed to say that.
Chris is here?
Yeah, well, I guess I
thought he
should
was
speak.
sick. Why is he doing the show if he's
No,
sick?
he is sick. He's actually very sick, and so and by we I mean I, and also him a little bit. I guess he wanted me to say to you that he got this doctor's note, and it's a total legit doctor's note that does say that he is not feeling well, and that we should respect his decision to not do the show tonight.
Okay, chill. What's the doctor's name?
The doctor's name?
Shit, what's the doctor's
what's the
name?
name of the doctor?
Well, I don't physically have the note. Not that I created it out of a wish. It's totally a real doctor. But Chris, what's the name of the doctor?
Dr. Fuck.
The name is Dr. It says Dr. Fuck on
Yeah,
the name is Dr.
that's what it says.
Dr. Fuck.
Oh, Dr. Fuck, like the character that Chris did, like a week ago?
He's asking if it's like the character that you did a week ago.
I would imagine it probably is, but it could also be a real doctor. I guess that is a real doctor, technically. If you exist, then Dr. Fuck exists right now. Try explaining that to Alex.
Yes. What you said.
What?
But it's a real doctor.
The character that Chris did was a real doctor? What is this shit? What's going on here?
Well, all I can say is that Chris
What
has
has
the
this show
doctor's
become?
note.
What has this show become?
I wish I could tell you. I wish. It seems like it's
Now,
really gone off the rails.
This kind of conversation should have happened outside the show. I don't see why this has to happen when we're live right now.
Yeah,
Kind of
Is he
ridiculous.
mad?
seems like something that could
It's kind of
happen.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's saying it's kind of fucking ridiculous, and that this conversation could have happened. Maybe like in the Slack. Do you guys use a Slack or something?
Maybe don't tell him this, but the reason I didn't do it in the Slack is because I feel sort of better with other people around, that he has to sort of filter himself a little bit. But don't tell him that.
So anyway, that's the message. Chris is
You
sick.
laughing
He
at
has
something funny? Did you guys say a joke?
no. Nothing
Did you guys
is
say a
funny
joke?
about.
I missed it.
No. I think you're maybe. I've
You
got
laughed. I just didn't know if there was a joke or something.
I think I've got the TV on in the background. You might have heard that.
The TV on in the background of your mountain?
Yeah.
All right, Jonks, I'm going to head out. Can you take it from here?
Yeah, I think I got
Okay,
it.
thanks, man.
Anyway, Alex, so that's the message. Don't mean to take up too much of your time, but I just wanted to let you know Chris is sick, and he can't do the show tonight, and he's got a real doctor's note, and it's really real. And that's the message.
Well, I'll be waiting for that email. I'll be waiting for the email, that doctor's note.
Okay,
I got the network breathing down my ass right now, okay?
Okay, I don't want to... How are we doing? I don't mean to, intrude on the numbers,
we're at 36 viewers.
36 viewers right now.
Yeah, pretty good right now.
Oh, that's good. Well, tell that to the network.
Yeah, I will. That's my job.
Okay,
To
so...
give that information to the network. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep doing... I think I actually have another caller coming in pretty soon.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna let you
Anything
go.
else I could do here for you?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I think it was mainly just a thing for Chris to, really kind of step up for himself and improve his physical and mental health. And I feel like we accomplished that in a way.
Yeah, and I feel like this could have been accomplished in an email. So, next time, something to think about.
Yeah,
We just do an email.
Yeah.
Instead of,
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna think about that.
Thanks, Jonks.
Cool. Yep. Bye. Oh, guys, that got a little tense. But I think we did good there. I feel like that went right. I think that I feel like we took care of Chris. And the numbers, 36 viewers. I think the network's going to be really happy with that. Anyway, folks, that's our first call. We did pretty good, honestly. We granted the wish. Maybe it could have been better circumstances, but I feel pretty good. How you guys feeling? How's everyone feeling tonight? I feel like I'd usually ask that at the top of the show, and I maybe didn't touch on that at the beginning. How you guys doing? How we living, folks? I'm waiting on another call. I feel stoned, feeling feels, kind of hungry. Yeah, I pretty much feel all of that.
Your feedback is important to us. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this call?
Oh, and that's the user feedback sound. When we're not in a call, that's actually asking for feedback from you, the council. So if you could please just I'm going to pull up a poll in just a second here, and I just need you to go ahead and rank that first call for me on a scale of 1 to 5. So give me just one moment, I'm going to pull that up. Great, and if you guys could just help me out this really helps the analytics, make sure that the customer support is top notch. And go ahead, type a 1 for a 1. And I should mention that 5 is the best, if that wasn't clear. It's like a stars kind of thing, not like a first place, second place, third place sort of situation. Does that keyboard sound the tumbling of neurons in your brain? And yes, that is actually the sound that I make when I'm thinking really hard. So I know it does sound like a very loud mechanical keyboard, one that you would expect a show that types this often to have replaced after 2.5 years, but it's actually just what I sound like when I'm thinking. So if it seems like it's some sort of gigantic backlit gamer keyboard, I can assure you that's not the case. It's actually just my brain making sound. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and close out that poll, and it does look like we got a 4 out of 5 on that first call, which I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's a passing grade. That's what? That's like an 80%. So that's like a low B, but you only get 5 options. 5 would have been perfect. I agree. Probably wasn't exactly a perfect call. Maybe could have been some improvements there, but pretty damn good. We got the wish granted. We'll take it. Pretty good job. Nice says ASAP Crash 69. Lido Deck says that's a B for sure. Okay, cool. 4 out of 5 for film rating is pretty good. Yeah, I try to go, my metrics are always by the rankings of the Letterboxd website. So a 4 is like, that's a good movie. Maybe like a 4. 4.5, I guess you can't do. So 4.5 is like really a good movie. 5 is like, I sometimes when I'm on Letterboxd, I see a 5 and I'm like, is this a 5 because this is a movie that you just like really like, or you watched a lot as a kid, or is this actually like everybody would agree this is a 5? So it's kind of untrustworthy in that way, but usually pretty okay. All right, well, it looks like I've got another caller on the line, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get that person connected. Hold on, let me just... Oh, hello? Can I... Yep, there it is.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, hi,
Can you
this
hear
is...
me?
Yes, I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? Who am I speaking with?
Yo, this is ASMR Nate.
Oh, hello.
How are my levels
ASMR Nate.
coming in?
I'm not sure.
Hey guys, can you hear my voice?
Council of
It's
JONKS,
ASMR Nate.
how are the levels?
I gotta make sure my levels are chill.
This guy seems like he really cares about audio, so if you could, Council of JONKS, if you could let us know how he's coming
Let
in.
me know how my levels are.
You're sounding pretty crisp on my end, ASMR Nate. Now, can I ask why they call you that?
Oh, because I do ASMR on my Twitch channel.
Ah,
Yeah.
yep, that checks out. Okay, so, and can you explain, ASMR is like that, like, it's like sexy whispering, right? Is that what it means? What's the acronym?
It's a sound man, right?
A sound man?
sound-
Wait, are you asking me, or is that's the acronym?
It's a kind of a question acronym. It's a sound man, right?
Ah, okay, so the acronym is a question. It's like you're asking, it's a sound man, comma, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sound man, right?
Okay, so I guess what does that mean? I thought it was like whispering. Is it not? Is that not what it is? And we got a loser sound, and I'm not sure what that's in reference to. But Go Dogs would like everybody to know that there's some sort of loser vibe happening right now on this call.
Couldn't be me, so it must be you.
It could potentially be me.
ASMR is basically a technique of sound that you use to help people go to sleep, or maybe like pleasure themselves if they're into kinky shit like that. But I don't explicitly say that people are attracted to me, but I do get a lot of comments saying I'm hot, and also like the thirsty emoji. So I'd say that both sides are pretty accurate.
You'd think that people who are focused on audio-based content wouldn't care what the visual is. So it's interesting that you get comments about. And speaking about your looks, I did have one comment here specifically about your looks from council member ASAP Crash 69, who is asking, what is going on with ASMR Nate's pupils?
So that's from my ring light. I have a ring light that illuminates my face when I stream, and it just kind of helps, provide the best light for my face. People actually often appreciate a good visual with their ASMR experience. It's not always auditory, so I try to provide a nice, pleasurable viewing experience as well, and people say they appreciate that on my channel.
Oh, well, that's very considerate. It sounds like you're a very professional streamer. I have to ask ASMR Nate, I know that our council would love to potentially get an example of your work, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, no, I could definitely do that. Should I say what I'm calling about first?
Oh, yes. My goodness, I'm so sorry. I got so excited by the name ASMR Nate that I forgot what this whole call is about. Yes, please let us know what your wish is.
All right, great. I'm just hoping to get to an affiliate on Twitch, so I could start getting bits and do like emojis and shit. Right now I get around like average of 2.5 viewers per stream. So I just like to, bump that up a bit so I could get an affiliate and, kind of get the ball rolling on my streaming, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Hey, look, everybody's got to start somewhere. There was a long time when Everything Now Show was streaming for basically just the people who are already in the room on separate phones typing messages to themselves to make it seem like people were watching. So I'd want to, just let you know that you don't necessarily have to wish for this kind of thing. It can, slowly but surely happen naturally. But look, no shame if you want to take Supernatural.
I've been streaming for 5 years.
Okay, well, 5 years. Oof. Ooh. Averaging 2.5 viewers after 5 years of streaming is... Hey, I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. I didn't even know Twitch was around 5 years ago. That seems like... I feel like if you were one of those early adopters, you would have been... Well, I don't want to project anything on you.
I know, right? I should be famous right now, but I'm not, and I don't understand why.
Well, maybe this is sort of a good lead-in. We can kind of... if you give us an example of your ASMR talent, we can maybe the Council of Jonks can give you some critiques on what, regardless of whether or not we grant your wish for affiliate status, it would be good to, it's always good to get feedback from your audience, and you could continue to grow your channel after receiving affiliate status. So maybe you can give us an example of some ASMR, and our council can give you some pointers.
All right, dope. Yeah, I could totally do that. All right, okay. Okay, sweet. So should I start now?
Yeah, go ahead. And actually, Council of Jonks, if you have specific lines or phrases that you would like to hear, maybe you could suggest. I mean, if you have some in mind, ASMR Nate, I want to let you.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple, and then I can take suggestions.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Start us off however you'd like.
What's up, Nader Knots? It's your boy ASMR Nate here, getting ready for some beautiful ASMR.
Thank you for calling. We understand your time is valuable.
Oh, just hold on
Please
for me
hold
1 second.
One of our
Nate.
operators finds the answer you're looking for.
I'm going on hold.
Yep. Please be quiet during this. Thank you for holding. This is Jonks.
Yeah, this is ASMR Nate.
Hi, ASMR Nate. Yeah, I'm required to say that after we put someone on hold in case they forgot who they were talking to.
Okay, great.
Whoops, I didn't mean to send that poll. Yes, go ahead. You can. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We're required to occasionally put people on hold.
Okay, great. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Nader Knots? It's your boy ASMR Nate here, back with some ASMR.
Okay, and just hold on for 1 second,
Please
ASMR
hold
Nate.
while one of our operators finds the answer you're looking for.
I'm being on hold again?
Yep, please be quiet. And thank you, Sadville, for that $5 tip. Thank you for holding. This is Jonks.
Hi, this is ASMR Nate again.
Hi, ASMR Nate. How can I help you?
I think I'm ready to do the ASMR now.
Oh, okay, great. Yes. I just wanted to remind you that you are speaking with Jonks. I'm required to say that after every time I put someone on hold. I'm also required to explain that after I put someone on hold. Anyway, ASMR Nate, why don't you go ahead and give us an example of some ASMR?
Alright, great. Hey, what's up, Nate or not? It's your boy ASMR Nate, back with some ASMR. I hope this helps you guys fall asleep, or maybe jack off if you're into that. I'm gonna start us off by opening up and drinking a crisp, hazy IPA. It's made of aluminum. The can, that is. It's nice and shiny. It's yellow. I hope it tastes good. Wow, it's foaming. Yeah, it's good. It's an Imperial IPA, so it's a little strong. 9% alcohol. If you drink this whole thing, you'd probably get a little bit buzzed.
And is this still the ASMR, or is this now you just enjoying a refreshing beverage?
This is part of it. I'm enjoying the beverage, but this is part of the ASMR experience.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. That kind of fucked me up, though. I got out of my group.
Shit, well, my bad, man. Listen, I wish I could give you another chance, but I do feel like we have to get a poll going here. If you want to do one other ASMR performance while we start the voting, though, I would definitely be down for that.
Okay, I can take a suggestion from the chat this time.
Okay, and counsel, if there's a specific line or phrase that you would like to hear ASMR Nate perform in ASMR while we vote on whether or not to grant his wish, you can go ahead and mention that now in the chat. And we have some suggestions here. Make baby noises, gargle with the beer. We got another vote for gargle.
I can do a gargle. Alright, guys. I'm about to gargle this Imperial IPA, so here we go.
Okay, and that does seem to be shifting the voting.
How is that for you?
Is that, are you asking
again.
me, or is that part of the performance? And it is a tight race right now, ASMR Nate. I gotta let you know, it seems you're winning back over the council with this performance.
I could keep gargling. Want me to keep gargling?
I don't necessarily, but it seems like you're getting a positive, okay. So it seems like you're gonna keep going. And in just a moment, we're going to close this out.
Makes the beer taste like shit, but, I'll do it for you guys. Gargle louder? Okay.
And we are going to close out that poll. And ASMR Nate.
Yeah?
That was a great gargle. I don't want to understate the effectiveness of that performance. I really think this could have been a landslide.
I'll keep going.
You really don't. Well, I was going to let you know we did vote that we will not be granting your wish to give you affiliate status on Twitch, unfortunately. Fuck! Yeah, I'm really sorry, man. It does seem like, though, that there's a healthy percentage of the Council of Jonks that really enjoyed that. So maybe, if you keep streaming, some of those guys might wander into your stream. And, it doesn't take too much to not to downplay the achievement of getting affiliate status. Sometimes it takes a while, but it's not that hard. Like, I know it took you 5 years, but this exposure, I think, is really going to make you pop. So all of this is to say, don't count yourself out, man.
Yeah, and you've heard of a lot of streams that have been going for 5 years that still aren't affiliates, right?
Yeah.
How long did you guys stream before you got affiliate?
Genuinely, I don't know. I feel like it kind of took a little while. Not quite 5 years, but I mean, there was a good chunk of time there where we were just kind of yelling into the void. So, everybody goes through it. Some people, it's a couple months.
I whisper into the void. I don't yell into it.
Right. Yes, you do the ASMR thing. That's good. That's clever. Well, ASMR Nate, I wish maybe if we can get some final thoughts from the council on some pointers that because you are not getting your wish granted, if anybody in the council, before we let ASMR Nate go, if we want to give some parting words of wisdom, maybe from our fellow streamers in the chat or just anybody who wants to give some advice. Sadville PM is suggesting don't have herpes. Cool Guy P. Weiss is suggesting to gargle more, show ass. And these are all good pointers.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I'm just gonna go chill and finish this beer. Thanks, Jonks, and thanks, Council. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Bye, Nate.
Bye, guys.
Okay, well, hey, look, nobody bats 1,000, right? You're not going to grant every wish. We're batting 50 right now. That's not bad. Nice kid. You know, I can't say I totally understand the whole ASMR thing, but he's got heart. You got to give him that. That gargle thing that he did, that was really, that was something, I guess. So, I don't know. I felt pretty good about that. Welcome to the harsh reality, Nate. Sorry, dude, says motion design. And yeah, I mean, maybe he didn't get the wish of an affiliate status on Twitch, but he did get the indirect gift of a lesson in the cool, cold, brutal reality that is Twitch streaming. And, you know, maybe that's an even more valuable lesson in a way. What a Disaster says, true, most people would crumble under the pressure of live gargling. And that is a good point. And it seems like we've got some more callers lined up tonight. I'm checking the phone lines. It does seem like we've got a lot of people. This is an interesting phone number. Somehow this is a familiar number that I feel is coming in. Hold on, let me see if I can patch this in. Yep, there's the ring. Hello?
Hey,
Hi, yes.
how's it going?
Yes, who is this?
Come on, you don't know who this is?
It's a very familiar voice. I'm not sure if I can place it.
All right, well, I'll give you one hint. It's Uncle Jonks!
Oh my God, Uncle Jonks. Well,
Yes,
I didn't
what's
even know you
up?
had a phone.
Well, that's where Uncle Jonks rises you, buddy, all right? I mean, look, the last time I saw you, you were just a pebble. Now you're a full-blown structure.
Oh, come on, stop, please. You're embarrassing me in front of my council.
I'm never gonna start you, kid, eh? But how are you, man? It's been way too long.
It has been
way too long.
It's been a long time. You know, I feel like before the pandemic, there was, you know, we could have talked more, and I don't know whose fault that is, but
yeah, I was just about to say, whose fault is that though? For real, whose fault is that for real? Yeah.
But you know, you're right. We should have got connected, and it shouldn't take a global pandemic for us to do. And I'm glad we're on the phone. I'm doing well. Doing, you know, all things considered, I'm doing okay. How are you? How are things on Easter Island?
I'm sorry. Did you say global pandemic? What is that?
Oh yeah, there's the coronavirus. It's like for the past, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months, maybe longer at this point. We're in like August. Yeah.
Yeah, the only coronavirus I'm aware of is that 12-pack that I just from Amazon Fresh.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I mean.
Yeah, well, this is like a life-threatening global pandemic that's affecting millions. But you're
the life of the party, maybe. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's what you're saying too.
That is classic, Uncle Jonks. You are incorrigible. You know that? You are a scamp.
If I knew what that meant, I would reach down and give you the biggest noogie like I used to when you were just a little pebble and I was still a big Easter Island head. I love you, kid. I love you.
You and your one gigantic arm and one hand that sticks out of your body, that is how you are always able to give me a noogie. Is that a tattoo I see on your bicep? Is that new?
Hell yeah, it's a tattoo. Got it yesterday. Ink is fresh, bitch.
Wow, what is that? Hold on, let me see if I can get a zoom on your image. Hold on, one moment.
Okay, you tell me when I can tell you guys about it, okay? I want to tell everyone.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so the first part says fuck
Yeah.
on the top, and the part on the bottom, it says love. So it can either say fuck you or love you.
Wow.
And if I fuck you or I love you, either way, I love you, man. Ha! That's Uncle Jonks for you, though.
Damn, and that's actually kind of poetic in a way.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, in a way, absolutely. But what's been going on with you? I mean, no one's coming up here, I guess. You're saying there's a global pandemic. Must be kind of lonely up here for you, I would say.
Yeah, for centuries before I was discovered, I lived here alone, and so I feel like, in a way, it's almost like a return to that kind of vibe. And it was sort of nice for the first few months, but I am, starting to feel the effect. You kind of go in phases of like the introvert in you sort of likes to kind of have some alone time to, kind of quietly reflect, but then that kind of gives way to a sense of dread that, perhaps this won't end and we will all sort of be, clinging to these small bits of humanity that we have left, like phone calls with our uncles, and so you kind of go in waves. But overall, I would say it's pretty okay. How about you?
I have, basically zero idea what you just... Honestly, that's some pussy shit, dude. In the time of my life, and I just got the fresh ink. See, I'm drinking Corona. Not the coronavirus, but I am drinking Corona beer. Putting the lime in, dropping that funny lime in. But, yeah, I don't want to get into business or anything. So we don't have to talk business if you don't want to.
Oh,
That's
well, no,
cool.
it's no, that is something I always admired about you, Uncle Jonks, is that even in the face of apparent, societal collapse, that you always seem to have a positive disposition. And I really, part of me wishes that gene kind of carried over into me, because I feel like I'm so in my head all the time, and it's hard to just kind of live in the moment, and you seem to sort of embody that.
Well, ever since I sort of accepted my fate down at Easter Island, I've been listening to this guy who's really been guiding me through a lot of stuff. I don't know if you've heard before. I'll give you one guess who it is. Who is it? Who do you think I'm listening to these days?
What is it, like a podcast?
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan's podcast, baby. Yes,
Okay, you're big into Rogan.
Yeah, you could say that I'm a bit of a Rogan head. Okay, it's elk meat in the morning. It's bat meat for lunch, and guess what it is for dinner. I'll give you one guess what it is for dinner.
Alpha Brain.
Yeah, it's beer. I'm doing beer for dinner.
It's beer for dinner.
It's beer for dinner. That's my next tattoo, actually. I'll give you one guess where I'm gonna get it. I'll give you one guess.
On your tiny little hand that's holding a beer?
On my tiny little hand that's holding a beer. Yeah, okay. This is my fucking nephew, guys. You can tell because he knows exactly where I'm getting that other tattoo, man. You are... God damn. I just wish we could have hung out more when you were younger and I was younger. I feel like I really could have taught you some shit, We'd be in the cut together, selling, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just think I could have taught you a lot.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, not to say that there's that, that wouldn't have been nice, but there's also, we are both immortal and will live on into the unforeseeable future. So, there's still time for that.
I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, we do talk about my insane business idea. If you do not to, man, I'm here to just chill out, okay?
Oh, no, well, yeah, actually, I should bring that up, too. I mean, if we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and the work stuff, I grant wishes. I don't know if you remember that. That's kind of like my main gig now. Yeah.
What? Wishes? Are you kidding? I had no idea. What?
Yeah, that's kind of been my main hustle for the past, few millennia as I, people wander up to me and they ask for their wishes to be granted, and I grant them. And it's like, it's not.
That's sick.
It's not anything
You're
crazy,
sick.
but well, thank you. So if you have a wish,
so we don't have to. No. Okay. All right. I might have one wish. Okay, I might have one.
sure,
Ready?
go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is gonna sound so stupid.
Oh
But
no,
when
please.
I say it out loud.
Don't look. I get the craziest stuff up here. Don't feel embarrassed. I've had people wish for their iPhone to be fixed. I've had people wish for, earlier today, a guy wished to become an affiliate on Twitch, which I felt was pretty low stakes, but
Yeah,
so
that's
don't
a
worry,
really
you're
dumb
in good
wish,
company.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it makes me feel a lot better. Not gonna lie. So I guess this is just the part where I just say the thing, right? This is where I say the wish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I am requesting $250,000 for my startup, Bagel Boss Eats.
$250,000 for your startup, and what is it?
Bagel Boss Eats. Are you familiar with the Bagel Boss? My sweet shining nephew.
Yes, it's honestly, I'm kind of shocked that you know the Bagel Boss, given that you didn't know about the global pandemic that's occurring right now. I kind of feel like that news wouldn't have reached you.
Yeah, I heard about it on Rogan. That was when he had Jocko Willink on. That was a great app. I can send you the link.
I'm all right, thanks. But if you want to just let the council know a little bit more, and me, typically when we get a request for a wish, we kind of ask about the wish and about the person to get a better sense of whether or not it makes sense to grant it. So can you kind of explain the business model?
Yeah, absolutely. Which way do I look to address the council?
Anyway, you're not really, it's mostly kind of like a still image here, so you're basically addressing them right now.
Okay, dope. Hello, Council of JONKS. My name is Uncle Jonk. You might recognize me from JONKS. Ha, just kidding. Anyway, I'm approaching you today with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for something I don't know if you've heard. It's called Bagel Boss Eats. Now, what is Bagel Boss Eats, you may ask? Can you just say, what is Bagel Boss Eats, so that it makes like a call and response thing, JONKS? Can you do that?
I guess. I mean, they can hear you, but I can ask again if you'd like me to do that.
What is Bagel Boss Eats, you may ask?
What is Bagel Boss Eats? I'm asking you now.
Great question. Thank you, JONKS. I've always loved you, and I regret not spending more time with you as a child. Bagel Boss Eats is a make-your-own bagel place. You get up at 3 in the morning, you get in your shitty Corolla, you drive to the bakery, put the dough in water, you let it soak, you put it in the fryer, you put the key in the ignition, and then you are getting your bagels. It's that simple. Make your own bagels. There's make your own pizza. There's make your own tables and shit. That's my other business, make your own tables and shit. And that one's doing very well, by the way. Just got featured on Scumbag Businesses of the Year's top 10 businesses of the years. So this is like a make your own bagel thing instead of a make your own tables and shit. Any questions? And I will be starting the bidding at $250,000.
Okay, yeah, well, we do have, I'm going to go ahead and get this poll going, but I do have a couple of questions from our council. Well, I guess maybe not questions so much as statements. Kevin MTM, council member Kevin MTM, is saying Uncle Jock sounds like a deadbeat con artist. So that one doesn't really necessarily require a response. Here's a question.
Yeah, not really a question, yeah.
Motion Design is asking, so bland Dunkin' Donuts without the sprinkles? And that feels almost more rhetorical, but you can answer that if you'd like.
Great question. Kevin MTM asked that one. Is that Kevin MTM I see?
That was from Motion Design about the bland Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, my man, Motion Design. How are you? How's your mother? Good, awesome. Listen, this is not like Dunkin' Donuts. This is not like anything you've ever seen before. You are literally getting up at the ass crack of dawn, okay? And you are making your own bagels. Does it get any better than that? You are the salt of the earth. People walk in and they say, I wish I could be like this guy. But I can't, because I'm a schmuck. I wear a white suit, and I have office. But no, you're the salt of the earth. You're the bagels. So yeah, not like Dunkin' at all, you dumb piece of shit. Next question.
Sure. Okay, I hope that answers your question. We have one here. Uncle Jonks, this is from Councilmember ASAP Crash 69. They're wondering, Uncle Jonks, what is your favorite flavor of bagel?
Oh, my favorite flavor of bagel? Okay, now that is a trick question. Very good, ASAP Crash 69. Yeah, never had the things. Okay, don't get high on your own supply. Don't sample the merchandise. Next question.
Okay, here's one from Councilmember Josie Pants. They would like to know how much yoga mat is in the dough.
How much? I'm sorry, did you say yoga mat?
Yes, they'd like to know how much of the dough is made of yoga mat.
Great question. After make your own tables and shit was found out to be 99% yoga mat, we have taken a sworn vow that at Make Your Own Bagel Boss Eats, Make Your Own Bagels and everything else, there will be 0.1% at most yoga mat in the cream. But if you request it and your parents sign a permission slip, we'll put a little bit more in there for you. Next question.
Okay, well, I do feel like at this point we can go ahead and close out our poll. Oh, wow, uh-oh.
oh no, it looks like everyone's a little stuck. If you
wow,
ask me.
That has never happened before. Someone snuck in a vote right at the very end. We're going to do a speed round with the same poll because we do have to have an answer. But I guess we have time now for one more question if I can find one here.
How are you doing though?
Oh,
are you okay?
You know, I feel like I'm working. You know, sometimes if it was like I couldn't work right now, I couldn't do my wish granting thing, I feel like I wouldn't know what to do with myself, but
I feel you, yeah.
This is sort of like my one sort of tether to reality and normalcy, so I'm relishing it while I have it, you know.
That makes sense. I've always known that about you, kid. You're a smart kid. I love what you're doing, and I think that I'm not getting the money. It looks like I can
it does seem that way, yes, Uncle Jonks. Unfortunately, we did a speed round on the poll, and it seems that the council has decided to deny your wish for $250,000 to begin your small business Bagel Boss Eats, which is a make-your-own bagel company. It was a great idea, and I'm sorry to say that our council was just not prepared to move forward with that.
Yeah, no, it's a shame. I really came in expecting, you guys to be kind of crazy about the idea. I do personally know the Bagel Boss. I don't know if that would change any of your guys' minds. He will be working the front counter, and if you do a little bit of a tip, he will insult you in a very real and threatening way. Probably should have said that during the actual pitch, though. And honestly, I'm just glad I got to talk to you, my nephew, because I miss you. And you're right, we should be talking more.
Yeah, I feel like even though we didn't get to, grant your wish, this has been a gift sort of in its own way of, to an uncle and a nephew reconnecting in the times of the quarantine.
Again, don't know about the quarantine shit. I'm listening to Rogan. I'm having my own sort of a beer party. I guess you could say I'm drinking Coronas, so if that's what you're referring to. But this has just been fun, man, How's your mom doing, by the way? Is she still doing okay?
Yeah, she's hanging in there. She is, things are quiet for her. She is a boulder at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the Marina Trench. And right. So it's hard to get out to her. I feel like she gets lonely down there. But, I try to call and check in, and, she's just happy to, hear that I'm working. And, obviously she wants me to find someone. I don't know if that's just like a Jonks family thing, but she's always bugging me like, when are you gonna date? And I'm like, it's literally the pandemic. This is like the worst time to be dating. But it's like, she wants, little Jonkses or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally get that. Speaking of finding someone, is there any way you could give me her number? You might not know it just from talking to me, Jonks, but Uncle Jonks gets a little lonely over on Easter Island. So I'd actually love to talk to your mother.
Okay, well,
would be so obliged.
I feel like that would be kind of weird because you're my dad's brother, and like, for my mom to date my dad's brother feels sort of, I don't want to. Anyway, I do have to let you go. It seems like I've got another call coming in.
No.
But it was great catching up with you, Uncle Jonks. Really
but
nice.
I was just having so much fun talking to you. You're my little nephew. Hey, if you know anybody else who's doing this kind of thing, listen. I would love to talk to you, but I am going to need to find that money somehow. It's just seed money, so. But I love you, buddy. I love you. You're my best guy.
Love you too, man. Well, let's connect again soon.
Okay, man, just pass me off to any of your other friends who do this. It's just seed money. We're looking for angel investors. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, it's always nice to connect with family. You know, there's always that kind of like weird thing of just your uncle trying to hook up with your mom even though he's brothers with your dad. Like, that's always going to be there, but it's also nice to just, you know, there's a nostalgia involved. It feels like we're all getting together again around the, you know, holiday meal table or whatever. That business is going to fail, says Sadville. And, you know, he did say that he's already got a successful building tables, build your own table and shit business. So, I don't know. I mean, it seems like the model is there, but maybe, or at least the passion is there, but maybe the business model's not there. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. I don't know how any of the numbers work on this wish granting thing. That's not really my department. But, you know, I'll keep my fingers crossed for him. Uncle Jonks gave me the creeps. Nice on the outside, but man, there's something evil within. And that does seem to be a running theme that we have among people who end up coming to ask for wishes. You know, not exclusively, but I do seem to feel like that general vibe makes itself apparent here and there. Seems like a pure soul to me, says Sunbro, and that is a testament to the subjectivity of life in a way. And I do think we have a few more callers lined up, so I'm going to focus now on our waiting list and just see who it is that we have coming up on the line. But if anybody in the council wants to share their anecdotes about speaking with family, either generally or in the quarantine times, I would love to hear how you're dealing with it. And it looks like nobody feels comfortable sharing any of that information. Oh, well, Sunbro68 says, well, all my uncles are dead. And on that note, it does seem like we have another caller coming in. Let me see, I should be hearing yep, there it is. And hold on, let me see if I can just get this connected. Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, is this JONKS?
Hi, yes, this is Jonks. May I ask who's calling?
Oh, my name's Vincent.
Oh, Vincent. Hi, yes. Hold on one moment. How is it that I can help you, Mr. Vincent?
Well, you know, I heard you're granting wishes, so I thought I'd give you a little call.
Oh, yes. You know, I don't ask this to everybody, but I am just curious. How was it that you heard about me? Was it through, we've been trying to get like, you know when you Google something, you can like pay to have your company or your name be like one of the first Google searches. We've been trying to do that. So did you Google us, or were we on like Yelp or something?
Oh, no, I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and they said, hey, have you heard of JONKS? And I said, well, of course I have, you know, who hasn't? And then they said, you know, he was granting wishes today only. So I said, well, give me the number.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, I do want to clarify, it's not today only. I do this basically for all of eternity. So, I mean, not to say that you came on the wrong day. It's every day. But I do want to dispel any misinformation that people might feel like they must get here today to grant wishes. I do this maybe like a couple times a month is when I do it publicly like this, but basically that's my full-time gig.
Well, you know, I wish I'd known sooner, or else I would have given you a little call on the phony phone.
Oh, well, you know, here we are now, connected on the phony phone. Vincent, yes, I have some comments here from my Council of Jonks that are wondering if perhaps you were connected with the band The Beatles at any point.
The Beatles? Why would you give me this thought of ugly creatures, the Beatles?
Oh, no, not the bug. I mean, I think they're talking to the British pop band, the Beatles.
British? So the British have bands now?
Yeah, they've had, I mean, for a while, you know, there's like, is U2 British or are they Irish? I always forget. Bono's like Irish, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're Irish, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess Ireland is, depending on which part of Ireland you are, that's technically Britain. But anyway, England has had quite a few musical groups, and the Beatles are kind of like their main one, I would say. You haven't heard of them at all?
Oh, this is fascinating, no? They called themselves the Beatles after the disgusting creatures they step on.
I suppose it's kind of like it's sort of like I don't know if it's a pun or like a play on words, because it's like beat, B-E-A-T, like a musical
Oh, like
beat.
beating a drum?
Yeah,
Beating
like,
a drum?
exactly, yeah, so
Oh,
that,
that's interesting.
yeah.
There was the only music I've ever heard was in the village. There was a boy with a drum, and he used to beat it, and I used to tell him, please stop, because you're scaring away all my subjects that I like to doodle, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry that's been your experience. You know, a lot of people really like music. You know, I don't get to hear the latest stuff all that often because it takes a while for it to get up here, but I mean, so I don't have great recommendations for you. Maybe, I don't know if anybody in the council actually maybe has some recommendations. And I should say, Vincent, if you want to let me know what your wish is, we can also get started on that. I don't mean to beat around the bush here.
Oh, yes, of course, you know. But as you know, you might have seen some of me doodles, you know. I've made of quite a few in my time.
Oh, anything I might know?
Oh, yes, people like the Starry Night, and they also like the woman sitting in chair and the pool table.
Ah, yes, I think I've seen women
Thank
sitting
you
in...
for
Oh,
calling.
hold on one
We
moment,
understand
Vincent.
your time is valuable. Please hold while one of our operators finds the answer you're looking for.
Am I still
Please be
keeping
quiet. Please, you have to be quiet for this.
Oh.
Hi, this is JONKS. Thank you for holding.
Yes, this is still Vincent.
Hi, Vincent. I'm required to let you know that you are talking to JONKS from before the hold so that you remember who you're talking to. How can I help you today?
Oh, yes, well, you're granting wishes, I heard.
Yes, that's right. I didn't mean to interrupt you with the hold there. That's just sometimes that happens and we just kind of have to deal with it. But listen, I do want to make sure I understand your wish here. You were talking about, you mentioned your artwork, like pool table and woman sitting in
Yes.
chair.
Yes, you know, I made all these doodles, and then after I died, you know, they found them all, and they were like, let's publish them. And it's terrible, you know, no one even asked.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're saying that you, first of all, you're dead?
Oh, yes, I'm in the void. I'm in a black void.
Oh, can I ask how you're able to call from there? Because we don't typically get callers who are dead and exist only within the void of the afterlife.
Right, yes. Well, you know, there's a one phone in the middle of the void, and that's how I talk to people who are still living, you know. It's just this thing, it's weird.
That is pretty weird. Well, I'm glad you were able to have access to that one phone. I'm sure it probably is pretty popular if everybody living in the afterlife has to share this one phone.
Yes, well, you know, the only problem is you can only talk to people when they're dreaming. So when you call, you're like, hey, it's me, Vincent. And they wake up in a fright because they think they've seen a dead guy.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that you can only talk to people while they're dreaming?
Yes, unless it's jonks, you know, that's the thing.
But I'm not dreaming. I just granted somebody's wish. I just talked to Chris and Alex and my uncle. I just spoke with my uncle.
Life is like a dream, you know. It's how things work out here.
I mean, I agree that life is like a dream, but I mean, there's a difference between being in a dream and wait, I can't. Am I asleep right now? I wish I had fingers so I could pinch myself or something.
I guess you'll never know without fingers.
Well, listen, Vincent, dream or not, I do want to make sure that I get your wish so that we can at least put it to a poll to our council and see whether or not, we're able to grant it. Is there a specific thing you'd like to wish for today?
Right, yes, a wish. Well, when I was alive, I just want to eat my favorite meal again, which is a cigarette sandwich, and a bottle of wine, or any kind of unlabeled alcohol, really. I'll take it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, when you started talking about your works of art and how they're not available anymore, part of me felt like, or how they were all sold, I guess I kind of thought maybe you were going to say you wish to regain ownership of your work or something like that, but you're saying that you wish that you could eat your favorite meal, which is, what did you say, a cigarette sandwich?
A cigarette sandwich, it's my favorite. Yes. And, as far as the artwork goes, it's terrible what people do, stealing my artwork and me doodles and making them and publishing them and putting them in museums, but I can't do anything about that now, so I'll just, if you don't mind, a cigarette sandwich for me, please, and some kind of alcohol, a whole bottle, in fact.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty manageable. I guess maybe if you could, forgive me, I'm not really experienced with, where did you say you were from again?
Oh, I'm from the Netherlands.
Ah, right. So I'm not really particularly familiar with the cuisine of the Netherlands. So could you maybe, and I'm not sure if my counsel is, could you maybe describe what a cigarette sandwich is for those of us who are ignorant?
Well, of course, first of all, you get the tobacco. You get a little bit of tobacco and some rolling papers. And then you put those tobaccos in the rolling papers, about 5 of them. You roll them up and you put them inside a sandwich, 2 pieces of bread. And then you light all the cigarettes at once. And then you gobble it down as if you haven't eaten in weeks, because I haven't.
Ooh, yes, and we are getting a response from our council that is seemingly enticed by this description. We did have a question, though, from one council member, Just a Tiny Taste, who'd like to know, is the bread regular or menthol?
It's a menthol bread. They make those now.
And is it like when you purchase cigarettes where you can get a menthol variety, or is there like a Camel Crush version of this sandwich where, I guess, by nature of taking a bite, you're sort of automatically crunching it?
Yes, it's very crunchy, it's delicious. And as far as the bread goes, you just go to the farmer and you tell the farmer, you say, hey, I'd like some bread, menthol, please. And he, instead of reaching for the regular bread, he reaches for, the menthol bread. And then he gives it to you.
And you're saying that this meal pairs well with unlabeled alcohol?
Yes, well, I drink it. I drink it quite a bit, when I'm doing me doodles.
Well,
so
I guess
if there's any other drink, it must be that one.
I see. Well, I'm not here to question. Obviously, you have, you're a genius, and I don't want to question your method. I guess it seems to me that, if it were a recipe, you would want, a specific type of liquor. I'm just spitballing, thinking out loud here.
Well, when I'm in me rages and I'm doodling and I'm hearing the voices, I usually just grab whatever's around. I don't even look at it, so I actually don't even know.
We did have one other question here from the council. Council member Wavy Lines would like to know, if we don't grant this wish, will Vincent cut off his other ear?
Well, you can count on it. The only problem is I can't find me razor.
Oh, well, hopefully it does look like we have an almost, and I'm going to go ahead and close out this poll. It does seem that our council has unanimously voted to grant your wish for 1 cigarette sandwich and an unlabeled bottle of liquor. And so, thankfully, your razor will not be needed, although I hope you're able to find it so that you can, use it for shaving.
Well, that would be nice, because my beard's getting pretty long now,
Yeah, you growing it out for, the quarantine thing?
Oh, is the plague still going on?
Oh, right, I forgot, you're dead, so you probably don't. Well, I guess a lot of people out here, because there's a worldwide pandemic happening, are experimenting with facial hair, and, you can't get a haircut, so people are really growing it out, but I guess that probably doesn't apply to you.
No, not really, no, not here in the void.
Well, I'm going to now focus extremely hard, and actually, we forgot to do this on some of the earlier wishes, but for this one, because I was so unfamiliar with what a cigarette sandwich is, I might need some extra juice. We're going to do the old magic words where we chant the magic phrase, and hopefully on your end, a cigarette sandwich and unmarked bottle of liquor should appear. So give me just a second, and council members, if you're new here, please follow along. Those of you who have been here a few times will know, Wibbity wobbity wonks, your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity wobbity wonks, your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity wobbity wonks,
Something's happening
your
here.
wish has been granted by
There's something forming in front of me. There's a table and now there's a plate. It's a cigarette sandwich. It's a bloody
Hey!
cigarette sandwich in front of me now.
And there you go, friend. Congratulations, Vincent. You are the recipient of 1 cigarette sandwich and 1 unmarked bottle of liquor.
Well, delicious. Thank you so much, Jonks.
Absolutely. I'm happy to help. Vincent, it's been honestly an honor to speak with a man of your stature. I would be remiss if I didn't ask if there were any last imparting words of wisdom or messages you'd like to share with myself or with the council before we let you go and enjoy your sandwich.
Well, sure. You know, there was something my mother used to tell me. It was something like, all you need is love. You know, all you need is love. And or all you need is fuck. I can't remember. Sometimes it could go either way.
It was either all you need is love or all you need is fuck. And that, I guess,
can't
does
remember.
kind of, it covers the bases pretty well.
It sure do. It sure diddly-do-did-you.
Oh, you are a scamp. Vincent, thank you so much for calling. It honestly really, really was a pleasure. I'm glad that we were able to get a unanimous vote to give you your sandwich. I hope you really enjoy that, friend.
Oh, I can't wait. My mouth is salivating. Thank you, Jones.
All right, well, I won't keep you from it any longer. I'm going to let you go now, and you enjoy, and let's stay in touch.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Wow. The real Vincent, guys. Can you believe it? That was awesome. I had never heard of a cigarette sandwich. To be honest, sounds pretty terrible. I'm not, I don't want to judge. I'm not a picky eater. There are some of those people who can only eat cheese pizza or whatever, and it's like, that's a fair, everybody's got their thing. But, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to try the cigarette sandwich. That sounds feels like it would go down rough. I don't know, but is anybody here from, where did you say it was from? The Netherlands? Any Netherlanders? What are you guys called? You guys eat cigarette sandwiches there? Dutch, right. Dutch. Yes. Anybody ever tried one of those? I mean, I don't want to, judge a book by its cover, but Nether Dwellers says what a disaster. And that's a pretty good, makes a lot more sense than Dutch for a place called the Netherlands. But, I don't know if they're accepting notes on that right now. Anyway, it seems like we've got a few more callers scheduled for this evening, so I do want to make sure that we get to them. But, wow, what an evening, guys. We talked to Chris from EverythingNowShow. We got to talk to ASMR Nate, who is an aspiring Twitch affiliate. Unfortunately, we were not able to grant his wish. Then we had, my Uncle JONKS. That was cool. Got to talk to some family. Don't normally get to do that on the show, so that was really fun. And of course, Vincent, who I guess is a famous Dutch painter. But it does seem like we have another caller on the line coming in. Hold on, it's hard to get the connections right up here. There's not a lot of phone towers in this area, surprisingly enough. So let me see if I can focus here and get this call connected. Motion Design is messaging their Dutch friend to get confirmation about the cigarette sandwich and stuff. And if they're open to notes. Not online. Okay, well. Well, it does seem like we're just about to make contact with another caller, so let me just try some of that more loud typing. And again, Josie Pants, that is not loud typing. I know it sounds like a humongous mechanical, almost comically large mechanical keyboard, backlit with sort of like a red gamer light. But that's not what it is. I can assure you it is just the sound of my brain working. Anyway, it seems like I can hear the... Yep. I think that is the sound of the phone ringing again. Let me see if I can pick... Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi, yes?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hi. Hi, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're coming in clear. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, of course, this is Angie Carter-Franks. And how are you today?
Thank you for calling.
Oh, hold
We
on for me
understand
one
your
moment,
time is
Angie.
valuable. Please hold while one of our operators finds the answer you're looking for.
Huh? I mean...
Angie, please do not speak during this. You're on hold.
Sorry. So is this...
Please, Angie.
Well...
Angie.
Oh,
Quiet.
okay. So
Hello, this is JONKS. Thanks for holding.
Oh, hi. Are you the gentleman I was speaking to earlier?
Yes, I am required to remind you that you were speaking to JONKS after you've been put on hold. This is me, JONKS, the person you were speaking with earlier. How can I help you, Angie?
Of course. I'm so glad I could finally get through to someone to help me with my problem. I've been trying to call all day, and then a fellow answered moments ago, and I got put on hold, and that's just a bad business plan. So I'm glad that you're here to help me now.
Yes, I wish I understood how sometimes, I think our phone system just gets overloaded, and so we're required to put people on hold, but I'm glad that we're able to get connected. I'm sure you know that I am JONKS, the almighty, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing, wish-granting demigod, and my thing is, like I said, granting wishes, so I'm assuming that's why you're calling, is to have a wish granted, yes?
Oh, I mean, I guess you could call it a wish of sorts. I'm trying to get my Roku to work. And this was the number that was on the box that I've been keeping for 18 months in my media console. And the Roku is not working anymore, and I'm just really trying to log in so that I can watch the latest episodes of Big Little Lies.
Wait, you're saying, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly. You're saying that the phone number that was listed on your Roku box connected you to me, JONKS, the all-seeing, all-powerful, wish-granting demigod?
I mean, if that's what you want to consider your job title, as opposed to some kind of IT support, I'm fully on board. Whatever makes you feel confident in helping me with my Roku.
Well, I guess, I mean, in a way I am tech support, but it's like, I do so much more than that. It's like, I'm trying to think of an analogy. It's like if you said that, like, LeBron James is like a Hubba Bubba Gum advertiser guy. Remember Lightning LeBron, Hubba Bubba Gum? They probably don't make that anymore. Probably a bad example, but
my children are probably familiar with that.
It was like his rookie season, I think they did that.
I was always more of like a Bob Hope classic on the Golf Channel gal, but I'll send a fax to my children to ask if they know of LeBron James.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I don't want to distract from the task at hand here, Angie. It sounds like you've got an issue with you said Roku box? I don't mean to correct you, but
To continue this call, please confirm your identity by answering the following security verification question.
Oh, okay, so if you could just hold on for me one moment, Angie.
Thank you for calling. We understand your time
You've
is
got to
valuable.
hold for a second.
Please hold while one of our operators finds the answer you're looking for.
I mean, this is really just service.
Angie, please, be quiet during the hold.
I will not be spoken
Angie.
to this way. I will not.
Angie, you need to be quiet.
So which is it? Do I answer a security question or do I be quiet?
Be quiet now and then the security question afterwards. It's very important to be quiet during the hold. Hello, Hello, this is Jonks. Thank you for holding.
Are you the gentleman I was speaking to just now?
Yes, I am required to remind all callers after they are put on hold who they were speaking to, even if it was only for a few moments. Anyway, I am Jonks, and I am required in order to continue this conversation to ask you one security question. So, if you wouldn't mind, please let me know.
Thank you for calling.
And hold
We
on just one
understand
moment.
Your time is valuable. Please
What?
hold while one of our
I need
operators
you to hold
finds
on.
the answer you're looking for.
I just want the
Angie.
Roku.
You must be quiet now.
I just want to know what
Please,
happens
Angie,
to Reese
for
with
God's
her
sake.
spoon.
Shut your mouth.
I will not.
You must, Angie.
I can't believe.
Angie, this is not a request, it is a demand.
I am horribly upset.
Thank you for holding.
At this
is
service.
Jonks. How can I help you?
Are you the gentleman I was just speaking to?
Yes, I am required after every caller is put on hold to remind them that they were just speaking to me. I am Jonks, and
Thank you for calling.
if you could
We
just
understand
please
your
hold for
time is
one
valuable. Please hold
one
while
moment,
one of our
that would be
operators
great.
finds the answer you're looking for.
All I want to know is what
Angie,
happens to the
if you
Monterey
continue to speak, you
I
may
just
shatter
want to know what
reality
happens to
itself.
the Monterey
You
5.
will send us into a living hell, the likes of which none of us can imagine. Please, I beg of you, be quiet.
Did she kill her husband?
Hold your tongue, woman.
I just want to know what happened.
Hi,
with
thank you for
Zoe.
holding. This is Jonks.
Are you the gentleman I was just speaking to?
Yes, I am required after every caller gets put on hold to remind them that they are speaking to me, Jonks. And now, if you would please answer this quick security question so that I may verify it is Angie Carter Franks that I am speaking with.
Yes.
What is your childhood pet's name?
Oh, that's easy. I had a lizard that I named Princess Diana of Wales.
And let me just cross-reference. And yes, it does appear. Thank you, Angie Carter. You did have a lizard.
Carter Franks.
Your feedback is important to us. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this call?
And thank you for that. It does seem that at this point we are now asking for your customer feedback. So, Angie Carter Franks, if you wouldn't mind, please rank this call thus far on a scale of 1 to 5.
I am going to have to go with a solid 1 because I have received 0 information about my Roku, and I'm just trying to learn what happens to the gang. The Shailene Woodleys, the Zoe Saldanas, the Reese Witherspoons, the Laura Dern, and of course the other one. I just want to know what happens to them.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you are not satisfied with your customer service at this time. Is there anything that I can do to help remedy the situation?
You can fix my Roku. This was the number on the box that the Roku gentleman gave me. I let it sit on a shelf for 1.5 years with no incident, and I just want to be able to catch up with Big Little Lies.
I see, Angie. Well, I apologize for that inconvenience, and at this point we will now be consulting our Council of Jonks to see if we're able to move forward with getting that Roku fixed for you.
There was so much drama, and the coastline was so beautiful in that show, the cinematography, and that theme song, it's just so catchy, where it's like, it's the guitar.
And Angie, I need you to shut up for 1 moment, please.
Hold while one of our operators finds the answer you're looking for.
Sir, I will not be spoken
Angie,
to this way.
You simply must be quiet. For your sake and mine, Angie. Think of the children.
No, I'm thinking of the children of the Big Little Lies. Sweet Amabella. Sweet
Angie, please.
Ziggy. Sweet Ziggy. The Monterey 5.
You'll damn us all, you salty wench. Thank you for holding. This is Jonks.
Are you the gentleman I was just speaking to?
Yes, I'm required after every customer is put on hold to remind them that they were speaking to me, JONKS, before they were put on hold.
Perfect.
And
I simply must know what happens in the next season, and I can't activate the Roku.
well, let me see if I can. I'm going to go ahead and close out this poll now. Oh, no. I am so sorry, Angie. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems that our council has voted not to help fix your Roku box.
What do you mean? This is your job. This is the number on the Roku box. I demand to speak to your manager.
Well, I wish I had somebody that I could try to reach Alex Alsop. I spoke to him earlier this evening, but I think he might be. And please just be quiet for one more moment. I really need this.
Please hold while one of
Sir,
our
I
operators
must
finds the
insist
answer.
that I speak to your manager. Sir, I must insist.
Angie, if you continue to speak, you will end it all for both of us. This feeble existence that we've both come to know and love will be shattered in an instant if you continue to speak the way you are now.
Big little lies.
Angie, the fate of the universe depends on you shutting the fuck up. Hi, thank you for holding. This is JONKS. How can I help you?
Were you the gentleman I was just speaking to?
Yes, this is me. I am required to remind every customer who calls and is put on hold that they were just speaking to me, JONKS, a moment ago, and this is the same voice. I'd also like to notify you now, Angie, that the council has voted no to fix your Roku, and unfortunately we will not be able to move forward with getting that repair done for you.
I can't believe this. This is a number. I am just horribly upset right now, and I will be taking my business to Steve Jobs' ghost and getting an Apple television.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but if you are going to be communicating with Steve Jobs' ghost, I do recommend calling now. It seems that everybody in the afterlife does have to share one phone. I just spoke with the person named Vincent who was there in the afterlife, and it does seem like it takes a while to get through them. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you, but I do wish you well on your future endeavors.
You should be.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you go now, Angie. Thank you for calling.
I'm upset. I'm horribly upset.
Goodbye.
I just want to know what happens to Amabella.
Oof. Folks, that was a rough one. I guess the phone lines are really jammed right now. That is the most on holds I've had to apply in a single call, but hey, I guess that means business is going well. It's unfortunate that we were not able to grant Angie's wish to fix a Roku, but to be honest, I feel like that's not really, I mean, I'm not sure why my number was on the box. I feel like potentially could have been a wrong number type situation, but that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, how we doing? I feel like it's sort of been, what are we batting at right now? I'm trying to remember how many wishes we've granted. I feel like it's almost been dead even in terms of wishes granted and wishes passed on. Poor Angie, says K-Weeb. Chris and Vincent, yeah, those are the ones. We granted both of those wishes, that's for sure. I think, are those the only two we've granted this evening? I think that might be right. We denied my uncle his wish for $250,000 for his small business, but hey, that's the time it goes. Don't think we've granted any others tonight. Well, maybe I just felt like such a big win on those two that, you know, that kind of carried the energy. But I'm feeling good about these upcoming calls. You know, we've got the worst behind us at this point. I feel like now it's time for a big momentum swing. So let me see if I can get another person connected here on the line. Hold on, I think I can hear the ringing. Yep, there's the phone. Hold on, let me see. Hello?
Mommy! Mommy!
Hi, yes.
Mommy, that's my wish.
Sorry, I think you may have the wrong number. This is not Mommy, this is JONKS. I am a all-powerful, all-knowing, all-seeing, wish-granting demigod.
Mommy, it's my time to make the wish to the rock. Mommy. Mommy.
Oh.
Sorry, Rock. My mommy she went to take a tinkle in the gift shop.
Oh, wait, your mom is... I'm sorry, did you guys come to the bottom of the hill? I wish we had posted more signs. The hill's actually closed, so you'll have to make your call from wherever you are.
I'm right here, but I got a little distracted, forgot what my wish was. Mommy comes back really soon, she'll tell me what it was.
Oh, okay, well, I don't mean to rush you, David, but there's thousands of people waiting in line for their chance to have their wish granted, and so I do want to make sure that we get that sort of soon.
But I waited in line too with everybody else too. I waited for everybody, and I waited the whole time, and no cuts backsies.
And that's a fair point, David, and I do want to respect your decision to do that. And so, is there something that you are feeling ready to wish for now, or are you waiting for something? Or?
I have to go to the bathroom too now that I think of it. But Mommy's in the bathroom right now.
Okay, well, I guess while you have to wait, since you can't use the bathroom while your mom is in there, I think it's just a single use down in the gift shop, if I remember correctly. Do you want to maybe just let me know your wish right now, and then you can kind of get in there while we work on granting it?
I can't think of it right now. But Mommy knows it. Can you text her? Can you text Mommy?
Do you know her number?
It's 666.
Okay, 666.
666.
666, 666.
6.
6. Okay, so that is 7 numbers. I'm not sure, I don't know, are you, is there like an area code or something?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay, and,
Sorry.
David,
is it working?
Is this a prank? Are you pranking me right now? Because I have kids your age call me sometimes without a wish, and they make fun of my big stone head, or they ask if my refrigerator is running, and I don't mean to make judgments, David, but I've got a lot of people to see.
No, it's not a joke. Not a joke. I don't remember Mom's number. I don't remember Mommy's number.
Well, you could wish to know it.
Your phone.
I don't have her in my contacts. I have, if she has already called me, maybe I have already put her. Do you know if she's already made a wish before?
No, but Daddy made a wish.
Oh, really? Who's your dad?
Bill Hader.
Your dad is SNL's Bill Hader?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I feel like I would have remembered, I see so many people that I guess, not to be like the jaded Hollywood guy, but I guess I've met so many notable, I had Vincent Van Gogh on earlier, and so I guess I just don't remember Bill coming up. Do you remember what he wished for?
Get famous on Barry.
Ah, that's right. Yes, I forgot. This was right after he was sort of leaving SNL. He was trying to decide whether or not he was going to pursue movies or TV, and we kind of walked down the middle. We were like, hey, what about a nice, it's HBO, so it's TV, it's series, but it's like, it's a step up from like a network thing.
Yeah.
We sort of settled on. I'm glad that worked out for him. It seemed like he really enjoyed himself.
Yeah, and him and Mommy yell so much.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess maybe being on a show like that puts a strain on the relationship in a way.
It's okay. Do you have Daddy's number?
Let me check. I think when Bill came up here, it was before the Corona time, so it was like he came in person. I don't think he actually called in, so I'm not sure if I actually have his number.
I think you're tricking me.
David, I wish I was. I wish.
I think you got Daddy's number.
I wish I had Bill Hader's number, because to be honest, I've been trying to find somebody, and it's sort of like a second degree kind of thing, where if he knows some producers at HBO that could get, I've been trying to pitch this idea of like, what if it was this, but like on HBO, we get like a big budget, and I'm like granting wishes on like an HBO, it's kind of like Project Greenlight. You remember that with, what was that with like, who was in that? It was like Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg, right? They did like Project Greenlight.
The Wiggles?
It may have been the Wiggles. I'm trying to remember. It was either Matt Damon and Mark it was Ben Affleck. That's right. It wasn't Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Or it might have been the Wiggles. It could have been the Wiggles, actually. I get them mixed up a lot.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, David, is your mom, it seems like an awfully long time, not unless she's like, having some stomach issues.
Mommy!
Yes,
Mommy!
yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Oh, hi, yes, is this David's mother on the line?
Yes, this is Maggie Carey.
Hi,
former
Maggie.
wife of Bill Hader. Yes, hi.
Hi, Maggie. Your son David was letting me know that you had a wish in mind that you might want to share.
Oh, well, this was kind of a vacation for us. David wanted to wish for a Nintendo Switch. That's all he wanted.
I want a Switch.
Yeah, we need the Nintendo Switch with the Animal Crossing. And also the skateboard game, I think, that came out.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was something maybe specific to you, because it seemed like, David, if you had wanted a Nintendo Switch, you could have just told me, bud. That's fine. You don't have to wait for your mom.
A Switch. A Switch.
A what?
He insists it's called the Switch.
A Nintendo Switch.
I keep telling him that if he wishes for that specifically, the logistics will make it so that he'll get a Switch. I don't know what a Switch is, and I'm very nervous to find out.
Thank you, Mommy.
I'm not entirely sure what a Nintendo Switch is either, but if that's what you want to wish for, I can try to make that happen.
Mommy, the God Rock doesn't know what the Switch is.
Okay. I thought he'd know everything, but apparently he's just kind of like one of us, which is kind of boring. So.
Mommy, you think you can get a soda at the gift shop?
Okay, fine. We'll get a soda at the gift shop. What's your name again? JONKS, yes. Do you know how much further along the line I am? I have my own wish I'd like to ask for, but I have my own, I'm in the line also.
I see. It's hard. I can't really check it remotely. It's just kind of like you kind of have to just eyeball it based on how many. There should be like an automated operator who says like, you are caller number 2436 or something like that.
Yeah, I just get the music now. It's kind of it's kind of a long.
Anyway,
that's fine. We're not doing anything else. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, any projects in development?
I've been trying to get. I was just telling your son. I've been trying to get a hold, and this might be awkward because
I'm pitching to my son.
Well, no, your son mentioned that you used to be with Bill Hader. And I've been trying to get some traction for this HBO show that I've been pitching, where it's basically just like this, but on HBO.
Like JONKS on HBO.
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of have a thing like that already, don't they?
Oh yeah, I was thinking it's kind of similar to Project Greenlight.
The Wire is?
It's like
what? Is this what The Wire is?
Oh,
Isn't this
like
what
The Wire
is? I haven't seen it. It seems like it's like The Wire.
I've heard it's great. I haven't seen it either. Is this like The Wire?
Yeah. In the weekends in Daddy's house, every other weekend we're watching The Wire all the time.
Right, because Bill Hader's a cool movie guy, and he gets to be a cool dad, while I have to be the bad guy in the relationship. That's fine. Did you get the Switch or not, JONKS?
Well, I do have to be honest. Despite the suspicion surrounding what a Switch is, we have decided to grant David's wish for a Nintendo Switch, and it should be...
Wow.
Because I don't know what this is, it's going to take a little bit of extra magic, so we will have to say the magic words.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a Nintendo Switch is one of those round metal thingies that you throw down the stairs.
Like a slinky?
I think a slinky is what the term is, yes. No?
No, called a Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Well, whatever it may be, we're going to go ahead and say the magic words now, which, of course, we all know are Wibbity Wobbity Wonks. Your wish has been granted by JONKS. And if you're in the chat, say this with me, please. Wibbity Wobbity Wonks. Your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity Wobbity Wonks. Your wish has been granted by JONKS. Wibbity Wobbity Wonks. Your wish has been granted by JONKS.
Oh, yeah, and there's a Slinky slowly going down the spiral staircase in the lobby.
Thank you, Rock Monster!
Hey, no problem, David. I'm glad you were able to get your swinch. Yes, okay.
And live. JONKS will talk. We'll be in touch.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for calling in, David, and your mother. Take care.
Thank you.
Oops. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened there. Please disregard that. Seems like we are traveling through the space-time continuum in a way. That tends to happen when we grant really complicated wishes. Pay no mind to that. No need to clip for that or anything. Anyway, folks. Alright, let me go ahead and see what else we've got here in our lineup. It seems like we do have a couple more calls. Fuck, I missed whatever happened, says Aiden, and nothing happened, and actually everything is normal and fine, and so it's not worth checking it out. Nothing happened. Actually, it was just granting a wish. So, anyway, it does seem like we have a couple more callers this evening. I do want to make sure, it's getting near the end of the night, but I do want to make sure that we get them in and try to grant these last few wishes. So let me see who is next. Yes, I do. It seems that I have a new call coming in. Caller ID says Ruth W. I'm not sure. Let me see the ringing. It should be. Oh, yep, I can hear the ringing. Yes, hello.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, yes,
Hi,
hello.
is this JONKS?
Yes, this
Hi.
is JONKS.
Oh, thank God. You got me up way past my bedtime, sir.
Oh, I don't mean to, to defend myself, but it is you calling me.
Yeah, but I've been in the queue for a long time.
Oh, well, I apologize for that. My caller ID says Ruth W. here. What was your name?
Wittenbach?
Ruth Wittenbach. Well, Ruth, I do apologize for the delay. It seems like we're having an unusually busy evening, and so I'm sorry for that, but I'm glad that we're able to get connected now. Is there a specific wish that you'd like granted?
Yes, I would like the Packers to get a W.
You'd like to wish for, you're talking about the
Green Bay Packers?
The Green Bay Packers, okay. And just to be clear, the NFL season is not currently happening, right?
Well, one can hope, right?
Sure, no, I just meant, I wasn't sure if you meant that you would like for the Green Bay Packers to win right now, sort of outside of the season of football, or if this was like if and when the season does resume, the Packers would get, a win on opening day or something like that.
Well, would you be able to give them a win every day?
Technically, yes. I mean, I am all powerful, and so if you did want to wish for something like that, there could be a scenario where technically the Green Bay Packers are winning every day. What a win means when the rest of the league isn't playing and the season technically hasn't started yet is sort of ambiguous. I'm not sure what it would count for, but technically speaking, it would presumably affect their statistics and their win record.
I'm going to be honest with you, JONKS. You lost me at Packers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. It seemed like you were the one who brought up Packers, so
Well, yeah, but I just kind of tuned out there.
Got it. Well, I just maybe we can circle back to the main idea of your wish, which was that the Packers win. And so I guess we have
every single day. Yes.
Every single day. Okay, so that is the option that you're seeming to be more interested in. You're a big Packers fan, then I take it.
I'm a pretty big fan, but mostly it's because my husband is a big fan, and he gets real sad when they lose, you know?
I can understand that. Yeah, a lot of people tie a piece of their identity to their local sports team, and so it can, there can be sort of an empathetic feeling when, when the team loses, you lose in a way. I can understand that, sure.
Sure.
So, Ruth, I do have a couple of questions before we get to granting your wish, just from our council to sort of get to know you better. First, our council member...
Hey, council.
Council member Sunbro68 would like to know, what is your favorite cheese?
Gouda.
Okay, and that's a quick response. I felt like you were ready for that one. That's an interesting choice.
I gotta tell you, Hans, I usually don't stay up past the local news, and I've been waiting to get a call, to answer my call, because I'm actually a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of your operation.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you, Ruth. I feel bad that you had to wait so long, but unfortunately that is sort of the nature of the business in a way.
That I respect that answer.
Well,
Thank you for being honest.
I appreciate your understanding, Ruth. I do have a couple more quick questions from our council. Council member Motion Design would like to know, what does Ruth think of the Chicago Bears?
My husband, he calls them a bunch of fibs. And I don't like to use that kind of language. So I just kind of, they're the bad guys. They're the bad guys.
Sure, I feel like that's a pretty healthy perspective to yeah, of course, obviously, no one can expect you to root for your team's rival team, but I think it's, I appreciate that you.
Yeah.
But it seems like you've got a healthy rivalry going there. I do have another question here from council member Wavy Lines. They'd like to know, is Ruth asking for the Packers to be enslaved into playing rigged games for every day for the rest of time?
Well, I don't like to get political, so I would just say whatever will make my husband happy every day is what I like to wish for.
Wow, and that is romantic and sort of beautiful. And even if it does mean that a team of somewhere between, I don't know, like 12 and 25 guys must play a game that will almost ensure their brain damage, inevitable CTE diagnosis every day for the rest of their lives, that if it brings a wholesome Midwestern couple together, could it really be that bad?
I don't think so, but I do like the. Oh, thank you. Oh, I do like to. I hope my boys win in their game of concussion.
And that's all we can really hope for at the end of the day. And so now, Ruth, I am going to bring up a poll for our council so that they might be able to decide whether or not we're able to grant your wish. But in the meantime, while they're going ahead and voting on that, I want to see if there are any other quick questions or comments from our council that they'd like to just cover. Let's see here. Councilmember ASAP Crash 69 would like to know, is your head made of cheese?
I wear a cheese head, but I wouldn't call myself a cheese head. Yeah? Huh? Yeah?
That's pretty confusing. Could you speak on that, maybe?
Oh, you see, we got those hats.
Yes.
I'm not wearing one now, but we got these hats, and they're shaped like cheese.
Okay.
But I think I could be misinterpreting, but I think the council member is asking, is my head made out of cheese? And the answer would be no, that is ridiculous.
Yes, it seems more like you're a cheese hat if anything, than a cheese, because you wear it as a hat.
I'll give it to you, Jonks. When you're right, you're right.
Oh, thank you. You know, I am all-knowing and all-seeing, but it does feel good for somebody to acknowledge when I'm right. And it does say... ASAP Crash 69 wanted you to know that their vote depended on your answer and that you answered correctly. So in a moment, we are going to be closing out this poll. It's an extremely tight race right now, so we are going to have to... Oh, and it does seem that we've now broken the tie. And just by the skin of your teeth, Ruth, congratulations. We've granted your wish for the Packers to win every day.
Thank you so much, Jonks. Thank you, Council.
Absolutely. We're happy to help. And congratulations on what I assume will be a flourishing relationship for you and your husband.
I'm never going to cry again.
Wow. Okay. That seems like an interesting sort of a jumping conclusion there. But hey, I'm not here to judge you. I think, you know, if this is what will make you happy for the rest of your life, power to you.
And power to you as well, Jonks. Thank you.
Thank you, and take care, Ruth. I do have another caller waiting on the line, so I've got to let you go. But I know, and it's sad to see her go, Council, but we do have to let her go. We have one more caller, I think, on the line. So enjoy the Packers, Ruth. Take care.
Yeah, you too. You too, Jonks. Thank you, sweetie.
Bye. Aw, that felt good. It seems this has kind of been like a family-centric episode in a way. You know, we got to talk to my uncle. We repaired a relationship between a husband and wife with the power of a sport that ensures brain damage for hundreds of people, not only professionals. We got to also remember that there are thousands of children playing pee-wee football at the intramural, high school, and also college levels, essentially ensuring brain damage. But boy, it's beautiful that we were able to bring people together that way, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Anyway, it does seem that we have one final caller this evening. I want to make sure that we're able to get connected with them. College Pee-wee football, yep, I'm going to stick with that. No, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I am committed to that idea and phrasing. And let me see if I can get this one last caller connected. Give me just one moment. And I'm thinking really hard, and that is the sound of my brain working and not a giant mechanical keyboard. And in just a moment, we should be hearing, yep, and that is the sound of the phone ringing. And let me see if I can, yes, hello, hello?
Hi, Jonks.
Hi, yes, may I ask who's calling?
Why, of course. I mean, don't be so starstruck, but it's good old Connie Sessions.
Oh my goodness, Connie Sessions. Connie, of course I know you. We all know you, but if you wouldn't mind, maybe for our council, who might not be aware, if you could just remind them, because I am starstruck, certainly, but please, for those who aren't aware, let them know.
No problem. For the kids out in the chat, my name is Conrad Sessions, but you might go ahead and shorten that to Con Sessions. That's right, I'm the inventor of food at movie theaters.
Wow, that's right. It's him.
To continue this call, please confirm your identity by answering the following security verification question.
Oh, okay, sure.
All right, and obviously when we have a celebrity such as yourself, Connie Sessions, on the line, we do want to make sure, we get a lot of people catfishing, saying that they're celebrities when they call in to get preferential treatment. So we do, unfortunately, just really quick, have to ask you a security question.
That's just mighty fine, Jonks. Go ahead.
So
Don't
if you
dox
could,
me.
No, I would never, Mr. Sessions. So I do have to ask you, your security question listed here is, what is the name of your best friend as a child?
Oh, brother. Well, it was Orville P. Redenbacher.
Okay, the popcorn guy. And let me just type in Orville P. Redenbacher. And yes, congratulations. I mean, well, I guess not congratulations. This was to be expected. But Connie...
No, I'd never forget who was my childhood best friend.
That's very sweet. It's such a beautiful serendipity that the man who invented movie theater food would create a lasting childhood friendship with the guy who, I guess he didn't. Orville
Lasting, let's
Redenbacher.
not jump to conclusions here, Mr. Jones.
You're right. I'm sorry. I suppose you could have fallen
not
out. Did Orville Redenbacher invent popcorn, or did he just kind of like? Is it like a Kleenex situation where he just kind of like took over the brand and like made it his own thing?
Let's just say that in this metaphor I'm going to pose to you, he invented Band-Aids while I invented the medicine cabinet.
Ah, okay. That kind of
Everyone likes
tracks.
to talk about Orville Redenbacher and his little barn where he makes the popcorn and he tills the corn and pops the pop. Ah, yeah. Even after he died, I thought, oh, well, great. Finally, he's going to be gone, and people will start thinking about the grander picture. I think no longer is it just an Orville movie. It's the concessions movie. Am I rambling? I'm sorry, George.
No, Connie. Look, I can understand. You know, it's hard to sort of relate. My Uncle Jonks, is an Easter Island head, and you know, for many years, people did not know about Jonks. They had never heard about Jonks. They only knew about the Easter Island heads, and so I felt similarly, sort of like I was living in the shadow of somebody with a much more prolific and, frankly, more interesting sort of history and background, and so I can relate to you in that way.
So you understand?
Yes, I totally understand, and it doesn't feel fair. And you know, Connie, if there's anything that you'd like to wish for today, I would love to try to help you out, man.
Jonks, I appreciate the solidarity, man. Well, I guess you'll understand and empathize with my wish then, too. I'd like to reopen all major movie theaters across the country.
I see. Okay, well, I do want to, just real quick, Connie.
How long until that happens? Is that just going to happen in, like, the next week or something?
Well, obviously, I'm sure you're aware that the reason that the movie theaters are closed throughout the nation and presumably most of the world at this point is...
Mask that.
Yeah, that is kind of the main reason. So I suppose if you wanted to wish, maybe instead of movie theaters being open, to just wish for the pandemic to be over, I think a side effect of that might be, you know, your wish coming true, which is that the theaters are able to reopen, and potentially you could be saving millions of lives.
Jonks, I'm here to save the concessions brand, okay? We are plummeting, I gotta admit. Even before the coronavirus, the movie theaters were just emptier and emptier and emptier after Transformers movie, after Avengers movie. People just weren't coming, and it doesn't help that our food had to be so expensive. That's just part of that's how we survive. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I think I understand what you're saying. I suppose I don't understand how it relates to not wanting to wish for the virus to end. It seems like to me, and I don't want to, you know, I'm not sure what the word is here.
You sound like Orville right now.
Oh, please.
You sound a lot like Redenbacher.
I mean, in a way that feels like a compliment, but I know you don't mean it that way.
I'm still here.
Well, Connie, look, I'm not going to tell you what to wish for. If you'd like to wish for movie theaters to reopen amid a global pandemic, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
I think people want it now, and you know what? I'm here with incentives. I am bringing to the table new concessions.
And I do want to let you know that we did hear the under suspicion sound, which I'm assuming is probably directed at you, Connie.
Oh, come on. No, listen, here, let me just go ahead and pitch it. You're going to go to the movie theaters again. Everyone's welcome right now, okay? Just go to your movie theater and just walk on in right now, okay, folks out there? And you're going to get to see these new concessions that we have available right here somewhere. For example, hot dog straw.
What is that?
That's it's like I poke a straw through a hot dog, and you put that in your slushie. You also got Nerds Rope hot dog. Hold on, I got the goods. Okay, popcorn hot dog.
We have a question here from Council Member I Am Not Cake. They'd like to know, how expensive will the new concessions be?
About $30. You know the deal, folks. You know the deal, folks. And you know it's going to be good. All right, you pay the $50 for the popcorn and the tiny soda pop, and you know, oh, this is 100% worth it while I watch the Lego Movie Part 2. And you think, I guess that was fine. Technically, Phil Lord and Chris Miller were attached to it, so I suppose it kind of felt like the thing I liked when I was a teenager. You still there, Jonks?
Yes, I'm still just trying. I'm reeling from the options, the hot dog straw and Nerds Rope hot dog. That I'm still, I guess, spending time. Because I sort of got lost.
I got more if you want.
Please, if you do, I'd love to hear them.
Coffee popcorn.
And what is that?
Oh.
What? Are you still there, Connie?
Yeah.
I just want to know what coffee popcorn is, that's all.
Speak for itself.
Does it? It seems like two totally different foods that you just kind of said back to back. Is it popcorn flavored coffee or is it coffee flavored popcorn? Or neither?
Which one tracks for putting a bunch of popcorn in coffee?
I guess that would kind of be popcorn flavored coffee, although I don't know, because if you poured coffee into popcorn, I feel like it would immediately all just like turn into mush, and it would just kind of be like a lumpy coffee. Huh?
Yeah, I know that one's not been one of the more popular ones in the test kitchen. Someone says ice cream popcorn, that's on there. Yeah.
You got that one already?
Yeah. Nacho coffee.
Okay, now it just kind of seems like you're taking two items that you might be able to purchase from a concession counter and then kind of like smashing them together.
And those sound like Orville Redenbacher's last words.
Okay, and this now is starting to feel like maybe it's all just part of a grudge against popcorn entrepreneur Orville Redenbacher.
I don't like your tone.
I
don't like your tone. You're not welcome at any of my theaters, which means all of them. I have a hand in Regal, AMC, what's the other? Pacific Theaters, any of the drive-ins, ArcLight Cinemas, The Landmark. You're not welcome at any of them, Jonks.
Well, that would honestly be extremely hurtful for me if I were granting your wish to reopen all of the movie theaters. But thankfully, I suppose, our council members have decided that we will not be granting your wish, Connie Sessions, to reopen the movie theaters during the pandemic.
I'm ruined. Do you want me to be hucking hot dogs with holes in them, with popcorn taped to them on the side of the road for the rest of my life? Do you think that's how a retired man at the age of 73 could be spending the rest of his life, Jonks?
To be honest with you, Connie, I don't want you to be hawking hot dog straws anywhere, be it in a movie theater or in the side of the road.
That's how I wake up every morning.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Rise and grind. This is how I get my wind back. This is how I get my groove back, like Stella.
All right, well, I guess we've sort of created a narrative now for you, some sort of underdog story by rejecting your wish, and perhaps that is the catalyst that you need in order to turn your life around, Connie.
Wait a second. Jonks?
Yes?
I think you and I are on the same wavelength. I'm thinking of two words. Ready to say them with me? Three,
I guess.
2, 1. Skittle
Good night.
nachos.
What?
Skittle nachos.
Oh, I said, okay. Yeah, I said what you said.
Right. Peanut M&M pizzas.
All right, Connie, I gotta let you go. Unfortunately, it does seem like this is, now I'm getting the signal that this phone line is being disconnected.
It's like
okay.
It's like the dibs. Like you put dibs on a napkin. You can eat while you clean.
Okay, napkins is not food, man. Connie. I have to let you go, Connie.
Orville!
Oof. Okay, well, that one was a little dicey. Skittle nachos, I don't know. That one sounds maybe like, or mocha pretzel. That sounds maybe good. I don't know. Listen, guys, folks, chat, council, friends, what an evening it's been. We had quite a cast of callers this evening. Let me just see if I can remember. There was, who could forget all of our callers this evening? There was Chris from EverythingNowShow. He called. That was great. ASMR Nate, remember him? He wanted to be an affiliate on Twitch. Of course, my Uncle JONKS, he was there. He wanted to open up a Bagel Boss themed build your own bagel restaurant. Sounded like a pretty bad idea, to be totally honest. Vincent, the great Vincent, the artist, he called. Sounded a lot like he was a Beatle, but assured us that he was from the Netherlands. Angie Carter Franks, we were not able to fix her Roku, unfortunately. David K, we did thankfully grant his wish for a Switch, which, as far as we all can tell, was a Slinky, but we're going to go ahead and call it a Nintendo Switch for his sake. Ruth Wittenbach, the lovely Midwestern woman with a heart of gold who just wanted to watch her Packers win every single day. And then, of course, unfortunately, we did have to end with a rejected wish. Connie Sessions wanted to open up all the movie theaters during the pandemic. We couldn't do that, and I think you made the right call on that one, Council, to be totally honest. You know, obviously we love to grant wishes, but sometimes people take it too far. And so on that note, folks, that is going to be the end of wish granting. Thank you so much, Council of JONKS, for joining us. Wavy Lines, thank you for the 42 thumbs up, guys. What is that guy called? I don't even know. He's giving a thumbs up. That's very sweet. Thank you for the bits. Thank you to our new followers, to our old followers, to the subscribers and the people who paid to put that poor woman on hold like 7 times in a row. That was very sweet. I, of course, am JONKS. I am just one piece of the extended universe that is the Everything Now Show. If you like what you saw this evening, you can join us again every Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time for a brand new episode. If you'd like to participate in the show, please join our Discord in the panels below. We will occasionally take suggestions and images and things sent in on the Discord and put them in the show. So join that if you haven't already. You can also follow us on social media. Oh, thank you, K-Weave, for the 10 bits. That's very sweet. Follow us on social media for more updates on when shows are happening and other fun memes and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's been a great evening, folks. Thanks again so much for joining us. We are going to now find somebody to raid. Does anybody in the chat have a suggestion? Otherwise, I'm going to take a look and see who's live. Let's see here. Who have we not raided in a while? How about... Oh, I think... How about... I don't know. Let me see. Are we getting any suggestions for... Book Smarts. Okay. Aiden Wood, what's Book Smarts? Can you give us a description? I'm going to look them up. I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to send it over to this person, Book Smarts, on the suggestion of Aiden Wood. They say they do streams analyzing rhetoric, logic, and debate, and they're a sweetheart. Oh, that's all I need to hear is that they're a sweetheart. I love to raid sweethearts. We're going to go ahead and send it over to our new friends, Book Smarts. Please, if you are in the council right now, send some love to Book Smarts. Let them know that you were sent by the great and powerful mighty JONKS. I'm going to start up this raid. It's been a lovely evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you. Well, I won't see you, but somebody from the Everything Now extended universe will probably see you once again when we reconvene on Wednesday. Good night, everybody. Wibbity wobbity wonks. Your wish has been granted by... Good night!